Hello, 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 everyone. I'm back. Been experimenting with the shorts, and it's cool, but there's nothing like just doing everything from scratch on video. So, for those of you that follow, um, leave a comment sometimes. It doesn't even have to be about makeup, it could be just something you might want to know, be curious about, or want to share. Pretty open about things myself. So, anyway, please excuse this hair. Look at this hair, you guys. I'm trying really hard to grow it out. It was like almost shaved. It was like 2 inches. So it's growing out a lot. But the blonde hasn't grown out yet. And I told myself I wasn't going to dye my hair anymore. I want my natural color to come back. So you guys just pray for me that I stay on that path. Don't come on here next week with pink hair or something like that. So, anyways, lately I've been starting off just doing my eyebrows first. So I think I'm going to keep doing that. And then you know me, I'm going to run my mouth about other things too. I've been having some really, really vivid dreams that I think mean something. But I just, I have no knowledge about that kind of stuff. But it would be interesting if someone could interpret some of these dreams. I've been dreaming a lot about people in heaven. I hope this ain't a premonition. But everybody in the dream, they always seem happy, and maybe it's just reassuring me that they're okay. That even though they're not here, they're okay. There's a couple of you guys that know, but not everybody. That I lost my husband a few years ago, and when I tell you that pain is, I don't know how people get through that pain without God. And this is not to snap on anyone or to be judgmental or anything, but I just know that if I hadn't had God in my corner during that period of my life, I wouldn't have gotten through it, you know? And I'm certainly not over it, but I deal with it better. And I don't feel alone, I know God is there with me. Everybody's entitled to their own beliefs, but that's what I know got me through it. Also, I was in the hospital for something I'm not going to share at this point. But I was in the hospital and I almost died. In fact, my doctors told me that most people who experienced what I experienced did not make it. And this was during the time of COVID. And again, God saw me through that, because not only did I learn to walk again and talk again and eat, I walked out of that hospital. They did not push me in a wheelchair. I walked out. That was all God. It's really scary when you go through those types of life-altering events. But I'm always amazed at how some people come out with just more clarity, and they're able to just move on, and they have incredible tenacity. As for me, yes, I have moved on, but I have PTSD, and makes me really nervous to even go to doctor's appointments. And I have every condition under the sun, so I have to go to the doctor a lot. And it's just, it's a challenge for me. And so I salute anybody who's ever had to go through that type of thing, or been close to somebody who's gone through it and you've been their support, because we need it. I don't think we're meant to go through these things by ourselves. Maybe I'm just thinking a lot about that because it's been flooding a lot where I am. And unfortunately, there was someone very nearby who got washed away in the water. And it's just been weighing on my heart. I just pray for them and their families, and their friends. How awful. How awful. I take those weather notifications very seriously around here, because I guess I live in a low-lying area, so we flood before anyone else does. And the mall flooded by me, and the streets, and we were even in a situation where we were on the road and I started hydroplaning, and the car started to make a turn, and it was traffic hour. I just said a prayer and I worked that steering wheel, and we came out okay. But not everybody comes out okay. We have to be thinking of them and sending them good vibes. And if you're a prayerful person, always praying. It always used to bother me so bad, and every time we go through a traffic accident and it just gets backed up from people rubbernecking, and I'm just like, how about if that was you exposed out there? I always think to myself, how about if that was you exposed out there like that? And it's like your life is on display. Not only on display, but like some of your worst fears and everything is running through your mind, and some of them are coming to fruition. And it's, all I say is now, when I ride past, I don't look, but I immediately start praying that the person comes out okay. Whoever is there, that they come out okay. Because I would want somebody to do the same for me. It's being in a situation that's life-threatening and all that. It's just horrifying. I was in ICU during COVID, and not for COVID, but during COVID. So, you know, nothing worse than being in that, except being in that situation and you cannot have your family there with you because of COVID. And it's just, it's scary. It's scary. But I knew God was with me, so I wasn't as scared as if I would be if he wasn't. But I also had the second hospital I was at, I had some wonderful people I worked with, respiratory therapists and ICU nurses. They're just so incredibly passionate and helpful. And sometimes when you're in a situation where you're that sick or you're that bad off, sometimes you just need someone to come over there and just hold your hand and say it's going to be okay, you know. At least that's for me. Yes, I don't speak for everyone, I speak for myself. And I hope I never have to go through anything like that again, ever in my life. But if I do, I pray that somebody is there to hold my hand when they can. They can't do it 24 hours a day. They gotta live, but it's one of those things. I hate to think about it, but it happens. It's life. Hopefully you learn from it and you come out on the other side just a little bit better than when you went in. I remember I was in the hospital. I was to the point where I didn't care who came to see me. I just needed somebody there. Well, there are several people on this earth that I would not have wanted there. We're not gonna get into all of that, but it's lonely, especially when you're in the hospital longer than a couple of days, and there for a few weeks. It's very lonely. I hope y'all ain't distracted by my hair. Look like a little anime character. I told myself I wasn't going to perm my hair anymore, or color it, or do anything to it. And I'm just hoping I can stick by that because your girl is getting antsy. Quite antsy. I think the only way I'll be satisfied is I have something that I can just wake up and just don't have to bother with it. But the only way that's going to happen is if I wear wigs, and I am not spending that much money on wigs. It's not really my thing. I have a couple, but I don't really wear them very often. Not knocking anybody that wears them, because some of you guys be rocking those and they look so good. But I just know me. I get sick of having something on top of my head and I just rip it off. And it's a waste of money, so. And I've never tried like a weave. I've never tried it before. And because I'm scared to spend all that money, and then I get to the point where I'm just like, I don't feel like wearing it anymore, and end up having to get it taken out. So I'm a very simple person. This, I do the makeup for fun. I like to see, how good I can get at it, but I'm not the type of person that's going to get up and put on a full face of makeup unless I have an event to go to. Um, I just, that's just me. But makeup is for everything. It's for people who love to wear it and who wear it all the time. And then it's for people that just wear it sometimes, or just to try to, make themselves look a certain way or whatever. But I'm the same person who people say, hey, let's go to the mall, and they be dressed all cute, and I have on my sweatpants or basketball shorts. I'm very, very tomboyish. Everybody's different, right? I saw some commercials for this Tarte mascara, and I had bought mine before I started seeing the commercials. This is a really good mascara. I mean, I love it. Almost looks like you have on falsies. And that's another thing. I have issues with falsies. Not for anybody else. It's just my own personal thing. And I think it's because since I started my change of life, my hands shake a lot. And I really don't want to have to worry about putting on falsies and stuff when my hands are shaking like that. So, hopefully it'll stop. If it doesn't, that's okay. But that's why I have difficulty with eyeliner as well. My hands shake. And so it's a little bit more difficult to get some of these looks of some of these young folks out here. It's just harder, but you adapt. And if that's something you really want, then you will adapt. This is a highlight contour. I have like 3 of these jumbo pens, and I don't know which ones I be using. And contour it out. Clouds rolling in. It's been very, very, very rainy last couple of weeks. Strange for this part of the country. That's really not typical, but it is what it is. We gonna live through it. Alright. I believe that I am done. I can put a little bit more contour on here. Put some highlight on. I think we have our final look, y'all. See my glitter? It's uneven. There's a little more on that side than that side, but okay. This is probably what I'm going to be wearing to my grandfather's 100th birthday party. Something kind of subtle. So anyway, good to see you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.